Hey, today we are going to be talking about inflation and what you can do to combat the price objections that are inevitably going to be coming your way over the next little while. We all know that there is, we can smell it in the air. There's a bit of people are always talking about recession and inflation, and maybe we're talking ourselves into the recession. But either way, I think it's coming. I think most of us think it's coming, and that usually means trouble for our businesses. Now, we know that when it comes to inflation, it's affecting groceries, it's affecting hotels, it's affecting travel, it's affecting everybody, but it's not only affecting speakers, it's actually affecting associations and corporations as well. And if I'm a meeting planner, price is something that I'm always fighting against. Because when you think about a meeting planner, they are trying to keep the prices down so they can get as many people to attend as possible. Now, some of that stuff they don't have control over. The food, the hotels, and the airfare, they don't have control. Where are they going to find the savings so that they can pass that along and keep the price increases to their members or their attendees as low as possible? Well, that's going to be speakers. Now, if you work in the corporate market, boy, things are going to get tough. And you all know why it's going to get tough. Because the lowest hanging fruit for the corporate market is speaking and training. And when times get tough, what is the first thing to get cut? Well, it will be the speaking and training. And if you are not prepared, then you could be in for a really dry period over the next little while. So what can you do to actually combat this? If you want to get back on stage, it's important to think that who is not going to be cutting back on their events and bringing in speakers? Associations, obviously, because that's their whole reason. People sign up for associations so they can go to the events, go to the conferences, and really enjoy themselves. But that does not mean that they are not. Associations are also getting smacked by the exact same inflationary pressures as the rest of us, and they don't want to raise the cost for their events. So where are they going to save money? Well, obviously, they're going to try and save money wherever they can. And where they're going to try and save money is on speakers. And the reason they're going to do that is because that's a fee that they can say, well, we can justify bringing in somebody cheaper or even a free speaker. And as your job as a paid professional speaker is to really cut off any arguments about bringing in free speakers and justifying the value for yourself. That's why it's more important than ever that you are able to define the value that you bring to the table. Now, I'm not saying gold. If you bring gold to the table, and you probably don't need to speak that often. But if you can define your value and what you bring to the table and what you bring to the members of the association market, then that's going to make it a much easier pitch for you to get hired for events. Now, it used to be that speakers would choose a price for what they get paid based on what they think is fair to them. Now, obviously, I think it's fair to us that we all deserve big fancy cars in our multi-car garage that we have here. Not my garage. But that was based on people would say, hey, you know what? So-and-so is getting $7,500, so I should be getting $7,500. That's just pulling a number out of your butt. You really need to be able to make a business case for what you do. If people are going to be investing in you, you need to tell them what the ROI is, why they need to bring you in, what the value is, and so that when you give them what your fee is, they understand what they're getting. It's not just they're getting you for an hour. They are getting some value for their members, some experience that their members are going to take back to their individual organizations, so their members want to come back next year. So how do you become the partner that these meeting planners want to work with, these associations want to work with? Well, it's quite simple. You need to help the meeting planners create events where the members and the attendees see the value, and you demonstrate that value at all points. So your job is to be the best partner you can possibly be so that you fit into the event and demonstrate value at every touch point with the meeting planner. Now, we have all waffled over whether or not to attend a conference or an event. We look at the lineup of the speakers, the topics, and go, will this really help us? Can I justify the expense of attending this seminar or this conference? if there's nothing on the agenda that appeals to me and will help my business grow. Now, this happens at NSA. I remember it was last year, the year before, people were looking at the influence conference, and some people were saying, you know what, none of those agenda items are really going to help my business grow. So how do I justify going? Your job as a speaker is to always make your session as appealing to everybody in that conference so that they want to come. You want to be a draw. You want people to look at the agenda, see your session and go, I see value in that for me. That is your biggest strength as a speaker. So how do you connect the dots between what you do and the ROI to the attendees? Well, it's quite simple. First of all, find some statistics. Let's say you are a speaker on employee engagement. Well, you can find statistics around what it costs to replace an employee who leaves your company, a company. Maybe it's 50. I've heard numbers like it's $50,000 to replace or recruit a new team member. So if you speak on employee engagement, make that a part of your pitch. You want people to know that there is a value from attending your session. You're going to help them reduce employee turnover through increased engagement. Make that connection so that the value is evident, so that people who may attend the conference are going to see you as one of the primary reasons for attending the conference, because you're going to help their business grow. It's funny how a lot of us, we make decisions on whether or not to attend an event, and yet we don't apply that same logic to when we present and when we're putting together our topics and our proposals for speaking. So where do you get these statistics? Well, the federal government in the United States has hundreds of individual agencies that all collect statistics. And it's really important that you find one that works for your topic. Now, I just used the example of employment and employee engagement and employee turnover, but it doesn't have to be that way. If you go to usa.gov/federal-agencies, you will find a list of all the government agencies. Find the agency that is most aligned to your topic and find some statistics that will make your topic resonate with meeting planners and the people who are going to be attending these conferences. Really, the whole idea is building a business case for you. This will inflation-proof and recession-proof your business, because you're not just going to be speaking, you're delivering value that's going to be helping their members and helping the meeting planners really put together a program that's going to appeal to most of their members. Once you have these statistics, make this a part of your pitch. You want to get strike after strike after strike and not ball. We know what it's like. It's a numbers game when it comes to making proposals to events, right? We're throwing pitch after pitch after pitch. Now, if you're throwing strikes, you're going to be working all the time. But if you're just outside that box, you're not going to be striking anybody out. You're going to be moving other people to the bases. I don't know if that analogy works, or that metaphor works. I liked it when I said it, but so you've made your pitch, you've based it on statistics, you've created a real business case for bringing you in as a speaker. But let's say the meeting planner still isn't convinced. You're saying, hey, listen, I am worth the $10,000 you're going to be paying me to come and speak. They're going, wow, it's still not in the budget. What can you do as a speaker to help them move to a yes? Well, the simple thing would be to ask yourself, what can you do? Is it possible that you could offer them a pre-conference webinar to help their members get excited about the event? Can you be that partner that delivers more than 45 minutes at the venue? Maybe you can offer to do 2 presentations on the same day. This will save the association the money that they want and still justify your full fee. Listen, you're there already. So to create a second presentation or pull another presentation that you've already got ready to go and deliver that in the same day, that's a great way to say to your association or the meeting planner, listen, it's 10 grand to bring me in. I'm going to do the keynote, but I can also do a breakout session. And I will include that. That will save them airfare on bringing another speaker in. It'll save them on feeding and housing that other speaker. And, it really does make your value more because you're delivering more and the days are right off anyway. You're already there. So deliver the second speech. The bonus to delivering the second speech is that gets you in front of more prospective clients. Every person in that room is somebody who could potentially hire you. And if you're just doing keynotes, and I've said this before, if you're just doing keynotes and you get off the stage and get onto a plane and leave, you're really setting up all the breakout presenters for success because they're going to get the spin-off business. But if you deliver a great keynote and deliver a great breakout, what happens is those people at the breakout are going to come up to you afterwards and say, hey, you know, my company can really use this, or my association can really use this topic. Can you come to speak for us? So think of that as that second speech, that second talk, that second session as you showcasing for more work. So that's a way that it helps the meeting planner and it helps you. Maybe you can help the organizations by creating some promo videos to help them promote the event. Again, you want to be the perfect partner. So just offer it. It costs nothing to record a 30-second or 60-second video to give to them that they can post on their Instagram and they can post on their LinkedIn. You know, the added bonus is it gets people excited for your session. So you're offering more than just content. You're offering partnership, and partnership will always help you seal the deal. That's it. If you want to beat inflation, if you want to get work during a time of recession, these are some of the things that you can do. Really simple tactics and strategies that are going to help you make the business case that you are worth the money that you're charging. You are worth bringing into an event, and you're going to be a great partner and help that event succeed more than the meeting planner could have ever expected from another speaker. All right, let's get to the networking.